Thank you everyone for taking the time to tune in today. Today's episode of The Topping Show is sponsored by Topping Technologies. Topping Technologies is an IT value-added reseller and services company with a special proficiency in IT security. Heck, I see their founder released twice a day. Gotta say he's quite handsome and brilliant. Tease me, see, that's a joke. If you're an IT leader or business owner, you can reach out to the team at sales@toppingtechnologies.com. Also, giving away a free flamethrower with every IT purchase. Yes, it does come with a fun Picatinny rail adapter, so you can mount it to any standard AR-15, like all awesome accessories can be. Go to toppingtechnologies.com and click the flamethrower button to learn more details. Lastly, trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So if you can click that button and tell your friends, I would greatly appreciate it. Now, going over to the business part podcast, you have Walmart to roll back their DEI programs, which we're seeing more and more with these large companies. Now, this first article comes to us thanks to the LinkedIn, but it also is on the Twitter or X, so we'll follow both stories around here. Now, Andrew Barker was the original writer at LinkedIn News. He says, quote, Walmart has confirmed it will curb some of its diversity, equity, and inclusion programs. The country's largest retailer said it will no longer use the acronym DEI in company communications and will wind down the Center for Racial Equity nonprofit that it established in 2020, aka during the George Floyd Summer of Love riots. Walmart also said it will no longer require racial equity training for their staff, aka racist stuff that would have got them sued, and will no longer participate in the annual Human Rights Campaign rankings, which, yep, that's just Marxist DEI stuff. It's not very similar to political things. When they pass a bill, it's usually the antithesis of whatever the bill is called, like the Patriot Act being the most unpatriotic junk on the planet, and the Inflation Reduction Act with Biden and Harris, which caused massive inflation and nothing to do with inflation being reduced. Very similar to the Human Rights Campaign rankings. Now, they also say the company will follow Ford, Lowe's, Boeing, and Harley-Davidson in scaling back its corporate diversity initiatives following pressure from an activist. How rude, Andrew Barker. You don't give credit to Robbie Starbuck, one of the best advocates out there who's pulling back the blinds, so to say, when it comes to these companies doing this. A lot of them are also doing this behind closed doors because I kind of suspect that, well, yeah, the average American doesn't like the fact you're discriminating against some employees. Never forget, Best Buy, ironically, is actually not the best place to actually buy anything because it's usually overpriced and poor quality service. Last year, this calendar year, they were busted for not allowing people to get into managerial programs based on their race. So that was another credit to Robbie Starbuck. Not only did Best Buy discriminate people from managerial programs, again, I'll never forget, Best Buy, which again, don't shop there, is an instance where in order to qualify for the managerial training course, you had to have three things, which two, I actually agree with. One, you had to be employed there for about a year. Makes sense. They want to make sure they get an ROI out of you. You're being productive. Two, you had to be an employee in good standing. Makes sense. You can't be late. Can't be, getting written up for inappropriate things. That makes sense. Then the third requirement for the managerial training program at Best Buy, well, you had to be African American, Asian, or Pacific Islander or Hispanic. Yeah, aka not white. I was surprised there wasn't even more of a pushback against those Minnesota headquartered company, but I partially digress. Now, of course, this went even more viral on X. This is actually credited to Fox News. They posted this, which somehow still in business. Now, Fox News posted on X saying, quote, woke woes, Walmart joins Ford, John Deere, Toyota, and other major companies dishing controversial DEI initiatives. And this has to be Fox's best post of the year. It got 43.9 million views and 22,000 likes, which hilariously, that's probably more views than they get cumulative throughout the whole year for their TV programs, but I partially digress. Now, some top comments coming from the X is Samuel Culper saying, quote, DEI is illegal discrimination based on race and sex. They got away with it when Democrats were in charge because Democrats are above the law. True, got 1.3 thousand likes. And yeah, with Trump in office and logic and common sense back in office, I suspect most companies are going to pull back, if not cancel these initiatives entirely. Because, yeah, not only are they immoral, they're also illegal. Finley says, MEI is a new DEI, merit, excellence, and intelligence. I like it. I got 3.5 thousand likes. I literally did like it. I clicked that like button, like how you should at this show as well. Frankie Diego says, Jaguar didn't get the memo, getting 1.5 thousand likes. No, they did not. Jaguar's rebranding is as effective as Bud Light. It's that bad. Sassitude says, DEI is done. It was a stupid concept from the beginning, and any business owner knows that. You always want the best person for the job. It gained 2.1 thousand likes, and true. I also have Mark saying, stop discriminating, says DEI must DIE, getting 1,000 likes. You have I Love American News saying truth. And I forget this female senator, but she's standing in, what is her name? It eludes me at the moment, but it's an AI image of her in nice armor standing in front of a women's bathroom, getting 228 likes, because, again, that's another thing they're trying to put a stop to. Oh, at least in DC, they're trying to pass laws that men cannot go in women's bathrooms on Capitol Hill, at least. We'll see how that actually results in any, state by state, or, if there's any federal laws that's passed this year. Or, shoot, let's be honest, in 2025. Donwick says the woke mind virus is being defeated, getting 519 likes. State of the Debate says Walmart's jumping off the woke wagon, getting 535 likes. And again, not financial advice. However, I have to say, not financial advice. It is fascinating to see the Walmart stock going up like a rocket. And, not crazy. I think it went up 2% at the news of this being broken, but it's now over $90 per share, which is pretty darn impressive. Again, pretty low profit margins, sub 3%, but I mean, it adds up in the aggregate, and they are bolstering their e-commerce platform slowly but surely. And Hunter Buck saying Trump gave them all the perfect excuse to cut costs and improve efficiency, getting 124 likes. Yep. California Third World, which appropriate name it pretty much is. They said, quote, "We can thank Trump for this," getting 615 likes, which, yep. Shane Connor says, "Good DEI doesn't do anything to help the company or the consumers. It ends up hurting the company in the end," getting 137 likes. Fact check, true. So overall, overwhelming support on, on X, Twitter, LinkedIn. Well, not obviously. That's much more of a left-wing kind of a social media outlet. I'm on their default just because of my tech company, so I gotta be on there posting and looking for prospective clients and advertising and all that kind of fun stuff. But yeah, on LinkedIn, I'd say about half the people I rate. Interestingly enough, a lot of those people have those BS job titles that, their whole job is DEI, not actually performance-based for the company or improving the quality assurance or product to the end user. But I suspect a lot of them are going to be unemployed soon, or, well, if the government actually becomes more efficient, they won't become a government employee, but I can only think that might be the only thing they're qualified for. It's a roast because low qualifications. But I suspect you'll see more major businesses follow suit. They're going to be worried about lawsuits because the justice system is going to, I suspect, you're going to see a lot more. The ones that don't go away from DEI, the lawsuits will be filed and they'll actually be followed through. But let me know in the comments what your thoughts are. Do you think, this is the end of DEI, or do you think they'll make a comeback? Let me know, because as always, be fascinating to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in. Again, trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so if you can click that button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe and fight the good fight.